Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, TCOTN Samuels, and I am here with some questions. I have been away for a month, so I apologise. I have got some questions that are over on the table, so I'm going to be looking at the table, unfortunately. I've pinned them up there. So, let's get started. There's going to be a mixed bag. Some are a couple of years old, so yeah, bear with me. I apologise. So, first question. What book are you currently reading? This was quite a recent one, actually, but I actually have the book right here. It's it's called Watchmen and Psychology. It's basically taking psychology and added it into the Watchmen film, taking it into the Watchmen, but it has not been approved, licensed, or sponsored by any entity or person involved in creating or producing Watchmen, the comic, graphic novel, or film. I've read the first couple of chapters of this and I fucking love it. I think it brings a lot of more realism to the films. And if you've seen it, definitely find this book. I've got it on loan with the library at Lancaster, and I've been reading it for a couple of times. I've actually read this. I haven't read this fully. I've been trying to find it for ages. Finally got my hands on it. Been reading it. It is damn good. So yeah. We have got a couple of video game questions. Which of the villains in each Batman game do you least hate? Do you hate the most? So, this was when I owned Batman Arkham Knight. So, I'm going to say a couple of spoilers here. So, we're going to go from Asylum to City to Origins to Knight. So, Arkham Asylum, I'm going to have to say Quinn. I'm really sorry, but I just thought Quinn was... Voice actor was amazing. Tara Strong, there we go. Was amazing. The voice acting was great. But, you know, you literally just give her one punch throwing herself. That's it. And it's like, really? She's had Batman strung up before in the comics and in the animated series. Weirdly enough, she hasn't actually been in the films. I don't think. Don't quote me on that one. I can't remember. The Christian Bale films. I don't think... No. No, come to think, I don't think she's been in any of the films. Again, comment in the comment section if you know any different. But yeah, Quinn, unfortunately, I don't like saying it, but definitely because the one reason and one reason only is she just goes down too easy. And she's been known to actually take Batman on and actually beat Batman to put him in a death trap. It's one of the, the comic, read the fucking comics, which I do. City... I'm going to have to say Ra's al Ghul. I know, it sounds weird saying Ra's al Ghul, but I'm going to have to go Ra's. You do have that incredibly awesome boss fight with him, but you literally get to you get to Wonder City, you get to Wonder City, you go up the tower, you do all that, and then literally you just jump out the building before they explode, and he just gets impaled on a spike, and it's like, well, that's fucking boring. Again, spoilers. Origins. Easiest one in the world, Electrocutioner. Easiest fucking one in the world. You knock him out by one punch, and then literally Joker pushes him out of a window, and he gets impaled. The worst fucking boss in Batman Arkham history. Ooh, Arkham Knight. Let me think. Arkham Knight. Having to wrap my brain. I haven't played it I haven't played it since I actually completed it back in 2000. Well, when it was released. Shit. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Poison Ivy for one reason. You don't fight her, and you fought her in Arkham Asylum with that massive plant. Before you go and face before you go and kick Joker's ass. You just don't fight her. You help her, she helps you, and then she dies in the game. And it's like, I don't know why, I just really wanted a boss fight with her. I really wanted to face her in a boss fight, and we don't, and it's kind of bad. Kind of, oh shit. But yeah. What do you think? Why do you think Joker was included in Arkham Knight? It's actually explained in the game. It's actually explained. A lot of people were asking me this actually, amazingly. Basically, Scarecrow had injected Batman with his fear toxin, so naturally, it was Batman's subconsciousness that was basically playing with his mind, and that's why Joker got out. For the majority of the game, he's actually been injected with fear toxin. He was physically injected with it at the the plantation when you were trying to destroy the bomb in Arkham for Arkham. It's actually explained in that scene, it's why he says that Bob was dead. He tells Gordon. He then he doesn't tell Robin. Blah blah blah, and then that's why Joker's there. So that's why Joker is in the game. It's explained like that. What is the worst wrestling game you have ever played? Simply put, WWE 12. It is one of the shittest fucking games ever. Number one, Road to WrestleMania isn't fucking Road to WrestleMania. It is Road to WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Starrcade. Fuck that noise. The controls are piss poor. I think it was at this. I mean, thank God THQ brought it back with 2K WWE 13, but for WWE 12, it just felt like they fucking rushed it and it was shit. What was your very first game you completed 100%? I have two, but I'm going to go with this one, Kingdom Hearts 1. Simply put, it was the very first game I ever played with my grandmother. I don't actually have a picture close to me of my grandmother. But yeah, it was the very first game that my grandmother actually sat with me and played, because of she actually saw Mickey, Donald, and Goofy on the box art and was like, "Oh, that'll be good for him." Bought it me, and then I'm basically there, sat down for an entire summer, playing the game, and playing it, and having my grandmother sat next to me and watching me play it, which is amazing. And then I had to, I accidentally deleted it like a prick to make more room for to make more room for more games, because I only had one memory card at that point, and I didn't have bloody 4, and I just haven't gone around to completing it 100% yet again, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, next up. Ooh, some wrestling questions. What do you think of Paige returning to the WWE? Fuck yes, finally. It has been over a year since Paige has been back in the WWE. Since Paige has left. Since Paige was out of the WWE. It is a bloody good breath of fresh air in the women's division, I think. And I just wanted to win the fucking belt again because, yeah, she's bloody good. A lot of people have been saying, oh, blah, 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 set to tape, blah, blah, blah. It's like, for fuck's sake, she's a good wrestler. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. We've had it, we've made jokes, we just moved the fuck on. Is it out there on the internet? Unfortunately, yes. It's there, just let her fucking, just let her fucking wrestle because she's a good women's wrestler. Just shut the fuck up. What next? What do you think about the broken this was actually, bloody hell, this was posted Monday. What do you think of WWE bringing the Woken, in brackets, Matt Hardy gimmick to WWE, and what did you think of the broken Matt Hardy gimmick in TNA? And could you give your personal opinion about how TNA... Can you explain to me how TNA tried to own... Okay. Let me try and simplify this for somebody that doesn't understand. TNA... It's its own separate entity. So Matt Hardy created the character of Broken Matt Hardy. He went to TNA. He was given creative control of the character. This is from what I've been looking up. So then when Matt Hardy decides that he's going to leave TNA, TNA basically were like, oh, wait a minute, we own the copyright to Broken Matt Hardy and the Broken gimmick. They didn't, because it was actually created by Matt, and it's actually the person who creates the actual content is the owner of it if the paperwork is done correctly, which I'm guessing it was. So basically they were going back and forwards with that. They moved to WWE, where basically it's a big company. TNA couldn't be bothered to fucking fight it, so they basically just went, fuck this, we're not going to fight it, you can keep the fucking gimmick. Because WWE have many, many lawyers, and TNA are still fucking scraping by some God knows fucking reason. So, what do I think of the Broken Matt Hardy gimmick? Again, I've tried to explain it as fast as I can because I've got limited time and I need sleep because I'm going to see somebody tomorrow. What do I think of the Broken Matt Hardy gimmick? I didn't like it at first. I hated it at first, to be honest with you. I hated it at first. But, it was actually when Jeff joined, and it was like, okay, let's go back and watch these. Okay, I can actually see the creativity. Okay, I can actually see the passion. Okay. It's not for me because I'm more of a technical wrestling fan. I'm more of a storytelling fan of professional wrestling. So, okay, it's not for me, but if you like that sort of thing, you'll like it. I officially checked out when it was delete or decay. I officially checked the fuck out of it. At that point, I was like, yeah, fuck this noise. Monster Abyss, Crazy Steve, and Rosemary, yeah, fuck that noise. What do I think of the Broken Matt Hardy gimmick? I think it could be very, very good. Especially with Bray Wyatt. I mean, those two guys are very, very creative. And apparently Vince is actually very, very on board with the actual idea of Broken Matt Hardy. So, we could actually see, we could see Jeff return to be broken. There could be a lot of different variables going into it. I think it could be a lot good. I think it could be marketable if done correctly, if Matt is kept in charge and it's not really to the extreme it's not overboard, it's tamed a little bit and stuff like that. Name a person on each roster, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, that is underrated on the mic. Okay. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, I don't watch 205 Live, so I'm terribly sorry. But if I had to say somebody from 205 Live, Jack Gallagher. He is damn good on the mic. For Raw, I'm gonna have to say Colin Cassidy, or Enzo and Kaz, of Enzo and Kaz fame. I think he was really good on them. I actually thought he was very, very underrated on the mic. He held his own when Enzo had that concussion injury. I thought he was very, very good. I thought he was very, very... he held his own. He didn't need prompting. He remembered the lines. And I thought he was really, really good. SmackDown... I'm trying to think of somebody on SmackDown. In a way, Becky Lynch, because she's a very good wrestler, but sometimes she can be a little bit bad on the mic, but with words she's good. With practice and practice and practice and practice, you can get better. Underrated, definitely, I think personally. NXT, he's not underrated, but he's damn good. Adam Cole, baby. He literally every time he gets the fans eating out of the palm of his hands, he is that damn good. Okay, that's enough. What did you think of WWE NXT Takeover? What did you think of NXT Takeover War Games? Do you think it was a contributing factor to Cody Rhodes and Stardust? Cody Rhodes and Goldust leaving the company. Goldust has left the company? Comment in the comment section below if that's true. I I don't think that was a contributing factor to Cody Rhodes leaving. I think Cody Rhodes was unhappy with his spot on the roster. I think personally, and that's why he left. But I mean, it's been what 20 something years, 25, I think, since they actually had a War Games match in British wrestling, in British wrestling history, dumbass, in WWE and in WWE and WCW history. Dusty Rhodes was the very first person to introduce War Games. Fun fact, as a bonus fact, ladies and gentlemen, and this is true, the one of TNA's big pay-per-views, Lockdown, was actually created as a fucking joke. No joke. This is true, ladies and gentlemen. Dusty Rhodes was in a management meeting with Dixie Carter and all that jazz, and joked and said, why don't you just have all the matches in a steel cage? And Dixie Carter, thinking he was being serious, decided to say, let's fucking do it. That is true. You can look that up. That is legit 100% true, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah. I haven't actually seen the match. I should do. From what I've been told, it was not on par with 1988 to 1992. I think, if I recall, people will enjoy that, or 1993. I don't remember which one. War Games. But it was a good War Games. It wasn't even a true War Games, apparently. They didn't have a roof or whatever. But from what I've been told, it was a good match. And, NXT are putting on some very good matches. Okay, this will be the final question, ladies and gentlemen, for this Q&A in a way. Shit. Have you been to any AOW shows this past year? Wink, wink. I think I know exactly who did this question, but I can't be sure. Yes, I did. I was at the very last show of 2017, which was Frightmas Before Christmas. Tell you what, I'll do this in the comment section below. If I get 10 thumbs up for this video, I will release a unseen video from 4 days after the pay-per-view. I have it on my phone still. I will release an unreleased. I will put up on YouTube a deleted TCOTN episode. TCOTN episode of my British Wrestling Reviews. I will put it up online. So I'm gonna go to bed now, guys, because it's 18 minutes. Hopefully we'll do this again next week. So catch you in a bit, guys.